In my previous video, we created a liquidity pair which would help us earn fees and facilitate trading on a DEX or a decentralized exchange. In this video, I'll show you how much fees we have earned in the previous 2 weeks and what are the risks associated with providing liquidity to DEXs. And because a few of you DM'd me on Twitter asking how do these DEXs work and why do we get to earn a fees, I'll also explain the whole process again and just make it more clearer. Let's get started. So if you remember in the previous video, this is where we left off things, right? I had created this liquidity pair where our pooled Matic was some 0.39 and USDC was 0.61. If I remember correctly, it shows 0.60847. We might have lost some money in fees and all. But I have the Polygon transaction open on Polygon Scan. Yeah, by the way, Polygon Scan has launched. Here I can see that I deposited 0.610032 USDC. And I also deposited 0.395422 blah 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 Matic. Alright. And in exchange I received how much? Bunch of zeros, 307 pool tokens of the Matic USDC pool. Alright. So if you see here the 0.61 and 0.3954, okay, if I remember correctly, I converted 0.4 Matic into USDC, right, and then I provided the liquidity. So now we submitted 0.61 USDC and we submitted 0.39 Matic, and if I remember correctly, I had converted 0.4 Matic into 0.61 USDC, and then by the time I added the liquidity, the rates had changed. So now I want to understand how much I had actually initially deposited and what do I own now. If I go and check what do I own now, you'll see the numbers have changed. It says 0.451447 Matic compared to 0.39 that we had submitted, and 0.594951 USDC compared to 0.61 that we had submitted. I hope it was 0.61. Yes. So now, how do I figure out how much money I have made, how much fees I have made? So to do that, first we need to understand how this DEX works. QuickSwap is a clone of Uniswap. Alright. So Uniswap, how does Uniswap provide liquidity? It provides through a constant product automated market maker. Now what does that mean? So when you're trading stocks, what happens is you provide a stock or money to somebody else, and in exchange they give you the other asset. So if you're buying, let's say ITC, you put an order of, let's say, X rupees for one share, and if someone is willing to sell you that share at that amount, a trade is made. But in DEXs, we don't have that kind of a behavior. It's not that someone else is selling me an asset and I'm buying it. What happens here is we have a liquidity pool. Alright. So people usually put 2 of their assets in a liquidity pool, and based on some calculation, we figure out the price of an asset and how do we swap it. So in QuickSwap, which is a clone of Uniswap, the market making is done through a constant product algorithm. Now what does that mean? The algorithm will try to make sure that the ratio of assets, right? So 0.45 into 0.59 over here, this remains constant for short amount of trades. So if somebody wants to swap their Matic for USDC, what they will do is they will put in Matic and they will take out USDC from the pool. Now what is the rate of taking out? That depends on the ratio of both the assets in the pool, right? So ratio and product, these two are the things. Ratio defines the price. Product defines how much you own the pool, right? So in the if I open my transaction on Polygon Scan, I can see I had 0.61 USDC. Okay, I'll copy this and I'll just paste it over here. And if I multiply that with the amount of Matic I had put in, right? This is the amount of Matic that I had put in. Now what is the value of this? This turns out to be 0.24122. Okay. 0.24122. This is the amount of liquidity I had provided earlier, the product of liquidity that I had provided earlier. Now, I have waited 2 weeks to record this video. So what would have happened in 2 weeks? A lot of people might have swapped Matic for USDC and USDC for Matic. So now the current fees, actually the fees when I had provided this liquidity was 1.58 per Matic. So each Matic costs $1.58 at that time. Currently, if you see, I can actually divide the two over here, but I'll just show a better way. Currently, as per QuickSwap, it's 1.31 USDC per Matic, which is pretty different, right? So which is why, if you see, we have more Matic compared to what we had put in, which was 0.39, and now we have 0.45, but we have less USDC compared to what we had put in. We had put in 0.61 and we are left with 0.59. So if you think about it, I incurred a loss. If I take out this liquidity and I convert my Matic back to USDC, I will convert that. I will basically get 0.59 into 2. But if I had held on over here, I would have received maybe a little more USDC. But if you think about it in terms of Matic, if I convert 0.59 USDC now into Matic, I will get 0.45 again, which will give me 0.9 total. 0.45 plus 0.45, 0.9. But if you remember, I had actually converted 0.4 and added 0.4 as liquidity. So 0.8 was my initial buy. So if you think about it, I gained 0.1 Matic or I lost 2 cents, however you want to look at it. But if you see, the gain part is higher, right? 0.1 Matic is 1.13 something, and I've lost 2 cents only. So if you think about it, I actually gained some cents, right? But to actually quantify this, I'll show you. I'll multiply these two numbers. 0.26856, 0.26856, 26856. So now if you see, the product of both of my values has increased by 0.02. Alright, so this means I must have gained fees in the whole 2 weeks, so that my product has now increased. The overall amount of things that I hold has increased, even though because of the fluctuation of rates, it might seem that in USDC terms I hold less. But if you think like overall, if the rates were to go back at the previous values, I will see that both my assets will have increased by some amount. Alright, so this is how you make money. This is like DeFi 101, guys. This is how you make money by providing liquidity to our DEX. Okay, there are multiple other ways. You could have taken this liquidity and given to some other website. So for example, I know one which is called Beefy, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it's called Beefy. So I could have added, the complete liquidity that I own, and I could have given this to Beefy, and Beefy would in turn give me 0.12% interest on the token that I have. So the token that I have is multiple zeros 307. It would have given me 0.12% interest on these tokens that I would have provided to Beefy, and the tokens would have increased. I'm earning fees in the pool, but I'm increasing my share as well. So double ways you're making money. But these come with their own caveats and risks, so please do your own research, DYOR, before doing anything. They also provide, like, if you have Matic, you can just store Matic and they'll give you 0.01% fees and blah blah blah. you can sort by actually APY, which is annual percentage yield. But please beware. We recently had one incident where Titan, one very famous project, lost its value completely. Went from $65 to $0.000035 in a matter of 10 hours, and that thing could happen again. So just make sure that you're wary of things like 92.4 to 4000 APY. I mean, it sounds nice, but if let's say Vex Poly, whatever that is, if it goes down, you will not get a chance to save your Matic, and people will just liquidate it. With that caveat, we are back to looking at my liquidity, right? Now I can simply go ahead and remove this liquidity because I feel like right now I feel that Matic is at a very low rate. So if I remove the liquidity, my impermanent loss becomes a permanent loss. Alright. So I would lose probably 0.02 cents, and I would have gained 0.06 Matic. If I convert 0.59 back to Matic as well, I gain like 0.9 Matic, and I think I have how much? 0.2 in my wallet, and if you remember, I started with 1.0001. So technically 0.9 plus 0.2 is 1.1. So I have gained Matic, but I've lost in dollar value. So things go your way, don't go your way. But anyway, that is what I can do, and I'm really tempted to do that because I value Matic more than USDC, and I mean that looks a better trade to me. And so what I'll do is I'll click on remove, I click on max. So now I'm going to approve this, and I'll sign, and I'll just click on remove. Alright, now I'm bullish on Matic, right? So what I'm going to do is I'll convert the USDC back to Matic, and I sort of gained 1.1 Matic, which is a nice thing, right? The transaction has completed, and I can just USDC back to my 0.45 Matic. Sure. The GUI gas price has increased because Matic network is being used by a lot more people now, and so they're having to pay a little more gas. But anyway, this is still cheaper than Ethereum, so who am I to complain?
A little longer than a few minutes later.
I guess I have no choice but to wait. But in the meantime, what I can still show you is why do we earn these fees. So see, whenever you're making a swap, you will see that there's a liquidity provider fee, which if you go over there, it will say a portion of each trade goes to liquidity providers as a protocol incentive. Okay, so every time you're making a swap, whatever current asset that you're swapping from, 0.3% of that goes to QuickSwap. Alright, now for one USDC, basically 0.3 cents are going to QuickSwap, and QuickSwap in turn provides you with 0.25% of that fees on each trade. Okay, 0.25% of the fees is deposited in the liquidity pool. So let's say a pool had 100 Matic and 100 USDC. Somebody comes and be like, I want to switch one Matic and I want to get one USDC. So the person will deposit one Matic in the pool, right? And actually at 100 there's a problem because the amounts are very less. But let's say if there was 1 million Matic and 1 million USDC, and you're swapping one Matic for one USDC, it doesn't make change. The difference in ratio will not affect anything. So the person deposits one Matic in the pool and takes one USDC. But it doesn't work like that. They deposit one Matic in the pool, okay, but they are able to take only 0.997 USDC. Alright, so what happens to the rest of the USDC? From the 0.003, right, 0.0025 is still staying, is still kept in the pool, it's not taken out, and the 0.005 that's taken out by QuickSwap as their fees for providing this platform. In all of these are present, all of this is present in the code for the contract. You can check out the router contract. I'm not sure if Polygon Scan has the code, but it was definitely there in Matic Vigil. Turns out Polygon Scan also has that code. If you know Solidity, you can read it out. I have done that and I have read this code to understand how this works, and only then I've started promoting QuickSwap. I'm pretty sure Sushi and others must have done their research, but I have not, so I'm not gonna use that right now. And as you can see, the transaction has gone through, and 1.103 Matic is now what I own. I started with 1.001. After that, I created a contract for NFTs. I created NFTs. I listed 2 of them, sold a couple of them, and all that. And still I have 1.103 because of all the trades that we have just done. All right. We didn't even do a trade. We just converted Matic to USDC a bit, and then provided a liquidity to earn that fees. In the meantime, the prices fluctuated, and because of that we earned fees, and now here we are. Okay, so I think this concludes today's video. I'm really sorry I couldn't upload one last week. Please make sure that you leave a comment. It really encourages me. If you share the video, that's even better. DM me on Twitter at Shobhitic, at SHOBHITIC. And yeah, next week, please comment what do you want to see next week. I want to show how do we short an asset on the chain itself. So right now, if you want to short, let's say Bitcoin, there are no good ways, except you need to get like margin from Binance and that, like, so who wants to do that? It's possible to short, let's say, Bitcoin, Ethereum in a decentralized way as well. So if you want to know how to do that, please leave a comment saying that you want to know that. Otherwise, I will probably explain what happened to Titan and what are the pitfalls of providing liquidity. Alright, I think I was supposed to do that in this video, but I'm not gonna do that. Alright, thank you so much for sticking around, watching the video. I think I've just crossed 700 subscribers. Not a big deal, but still something. Thank you so much for subscribing, for watching the video, for liking and all that shit. And I hope to see you next week. And I'm sorry for all the noises. I'm at my parents' place, and